It is the 4th of July, 2012, the anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. You're looking at the drudgereport.com. You see the red link there because I've clicked on it. Homeland Security report list liberty lovers, that's in quotes, as terrorist. And when you go to Infowars.com, you see the report by Paul Joseph Watson. And I'm covering this because this broke last night after I'd done my radio show and nightly Infowars.com news. So I wanted to cover it today, and notice this is coming out on the 4th of July. Now, of course, law enforcement sent us the MIAC report and then Homeland Security reports 4 years ago that made national news, where it said returning veterans are the #1 terrorist threat, then libertarians, conservatives, gun owners. And then it went on to list basically any other type of activist, even on the left, anti-war, as terrorist. Not potential terrorist, but as terrorist. It said if you have a Ron Paul sticker or get out of the UN sticker, that you're evil. Now, this new report, and you can go to the PDF right there, put out by a major university and several other think tanks, paid $12 million of taxpayer money by the Obama administration, studied, quote, terrorism from 1970 to 2008. So they've been doing the study for a few years, but it's now been released. And this is what they give police. They teach them that, well, you've seen footage I shot of FEMA, or that I put in my film Road to Tyranny that a firefighter sent me, where FEMA demonizes the Founding Fathers. That's in the Road to Tyranny. Just look it up. It's free online. But this new report says Americans who believe their way of life is under attack. I mean, who can deny that the basic American system is under attack and families are under attack and that this society's gotten very, very sick and that the federal government's expanding out of control and passing socialist health care and saying the UN commands our military and that Congress doesn't matter anymore. Look at this. Americans who are fiercely nationalistic. I thought you're nationalistic because you are an American, or you're French or German or Venezuelan, whatever the case is, or Mexican. Americans who believe their way of life is under attack, and Americans who are fiercely nationalistic, as opposed to universal and international in orientation. Global government, run by the banks, who are unelected, but announcing world government run by them on CNBC. People who consider themselves anti-global, presumably those who are wary of loss of sovereignty, which is happening. Americans who are suspicious of centralized federal authority. Well, that was the Founding Fathers. I mean, that's just common sense. Americans who are reverent of individual liberty. Oh my gosh. People that are reverent of liberty? I thought this is what America was about, the benchmark. I mean, and again, there's hundreds of these reports. This is just a new $12 million one. And all they do is rehash a bunch of Southern Poverty Law Center ADL garbage that's been out for 30 years. But now this is taught in colleges. This is taught to military and police. Again, we've been sent the videos. We've shown you the training manuals. I wanted to show you, though, a manual from 1999 from Phoenix. Okay, this is what Bill Clinton had put out. And the FBI confirmed this was their flyer at the time. We covered it. And they put out thousands of these to police, but also to community leaders. And it says, call the FBI and call the investigator. And these went out nationwide, but this was the version in Phoenix. And it says, back page, who are the extremists? Defenders of U.S. Constitution against federal government and the UN. And again, that's over here. I'll give you a close shot of that. Defenders of U.S. Constitution against federal government and UN. Groups or individuals engaged in paramilitary training. So they even call military reenactors terrorists. It goes on to say, make frequent references or make numerous references to the U.S. Constitution. Claim driving as a right, not a privilege. Well, they're now saying the Second Amendment's a privilege. Driving is not a privilege, folks, unless you're in commercial activity. That's why they have the truck police who can do so much more to the trucks, because they've opted into a commercial licensure. Okay, the point is, here is that report. This is the real deal, and it's getting more extreme. And you've seen the head of the DNC say you will submit to Obamacare, the IRS will enforce the tax against you. We have another report on the site where they're trying to shut down garage sales all over the country and lemonade stands. And people are now saying, get off my property without a warrant, and standing up to them. An amazing video down here where folks say no. Police attempt to raid garage sale, get kicked to the curb. Very powerful. And again, being anti-police state doesn't mean you're anti-police. We all know police are bad in North Korea or Mexico. We don't want to become like that. And these are the behaviors that are starting to happen. So remember what July 4th is about, my friends. It's not about getting drunk and barbecuing. It's not about fireworks. It's about our ancestors putting everything on the line and signing their signatures to what became a death warrant for many of them, the Declaration of Independence. So please go read it today. Look at the list of abuses by government then and ask yourself, is it not happening again today? Okay? But please get both these reports, but especially this report that's linked up at the Drudge Report. Homeland Security report lists liberty lovers as terrorists. I got a really slow internet today. Get this, get it out to everybody, because it's really waking people up. It's really, I mean, the comments are amazing in here. And it just goes on to, break down liberty lovers as terrorists. I guess these jealous DHS bastards who hate liberty would be terrorized by those who do not. All you sick elitists who hate liberty, get a life. Liberty is fun. And they just make a lot of great points here. So tyranny is showing itself. Get the report at Infowars.com. It's also at DrudgeReport.com. And I'll see you back live on the radio tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central, 12 noon Eastern. Free audio streams at Infowars.com or XM166 or local AM and FMs in your area.